So what do you call yourself? Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Hey.
Hey, what can I do for you this fine day?
This is your destiny. Hot, hot, hot.
Right now.
Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Come on in and enjoy yourself.
Right now.
We gon' party like no one else. Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Hey, now what you say? Nah, it's the voice inside your speaker box, LaTangela Faye. And you know it does my heart well to have this time together for another episode of the LaTangela Show podcast. Of course, I'll have some random research. Did you know? News briefs, and probably some news that I read that you can't use. But if I read it, I got to tell it to someone, so I might as well tell it to you. Yeah, so there's that. And also in the hot seat or the tan line, I like to think of this one as a family reunion with one of my favorite daytime talk show hosts, none other than the one and the only Karamo. Now, I've got questions that need answers, and I even need his assistance on a couple of things. Because if somebody's going to get the business clear, it's definitely going to be him. He'll be back to the CW for his third season. And when I say we're going to take it up an extra notch, that's exactly what he's going to do. Providing a level of transparency, a safe space for families and friends to be able to talk it through, sort it out, unpack it, repack it, and don't forget this right here. It's not safe in so many ways. Well, that's coming up, and I want you to keep it locked so that way you don't miss out on that. But making headline news for all of the right reasons. Our babies are back in school. That means the teachers, support team members, they're back in school with them. And I've teamed up with my friends over at Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys with Gordon Gives and Tan Cares, highlighting nonprofit organizations and community stakeholders that's making the world we live in a better place. Well, with our 225 bulletin board, it's back and in full effect. We need your help. Help us nominate some of the best when it comes to the teachers and the support team members that's pouring into our babies day in and day out. They're going above and beyond in order to get it done. Now, once you go to getgordon.com or log on to 225bulletinboard.com, you'll find that you can place your nominations. Placing your nominations will help us then select two winners each month. Each winner will receive $250, some space on some of our billboards, just as a token of our appreciation to say we see you, we appreciate you, and we cannot do this without you. So place your nominations today at 225bulletinboard.com. Being brought to you by Gordon Gives and Tan Cares. This week, coming across my desk, I found some really weird random research. I came across some really nice news briefs, and I said, let me get a couple of them and share, just to see what you think about this. People will get into their little feelings and want to unfriend you on their social media post. I get it. But how about unfriending people in real life? Oh, now the conversation is about to get deep. Coming in from prevention. Now, they said, here are some signs that it's about that time to end a friendship. I don't know. I can't come up with those signs because I still have some of my best friends from preschool. Yeah, and we're far removed from preschool. But if you're always the one that's initiating the contact, they say that could be a sign. You may feel as if your energy is sapped every single time you're around this person. That could be a sign. You can't think of anything to talk about, or you just feel like everything is an argument versus a conversation. It may be a sign. And last but not least, I know it's hard to cut folks off, but sometimes if you feel as if cutting them loose will give you the freedom to be who you are, oh, okay, just might be a sign that unfriending, it's about that time. Coming in from prevention, I like that one. Well, one that I was coming up with, because I've been on my Peloton 10 miles a day, trying my best to get my steps in. Did you get your steps in today? Mental, physical, spiritual, it's all important. Not only does it help us mentally declutter, but it makes sure that, we have our heart rate up, we're getting our steps in, and we can keep up with the pace of dear life, especially while life out here lifing. Yeah. Well, I came across something that struck me. It was called sleep exercise. I say, do tell. Hmm. Very light exercise in the evening is supposed to help us sleep about an extra 30 minutes at night. Now, this is according to a study that's stemming from BMJ on open sport and exercise medicine. Now, the light exercise involved breaking up a 4 hour sitting period with 2 to 3 minutes of active, maybe squats, maybe walking every 30 minutes. So if you go to bed at 11, at about 7 o'clock, every 30 minutes, get up and just, I don't know, move around for about 2 minutes to 4 minutes. It's random research said that it should equate to about that extra 30 minutes to get us going right before we go to sleep. I said, who is up at night pacing, just trying to figure it out? But I read it and had to tell it to someone, and here we are. But when it comes down to dear love life, help me fix it. That's all I'm saying. Help me, help me. Well, the best flirting face. It's a random research publication that's coming in from Get Your Life Together. And I was like, the best flirting face. I don't have one. I'm still practicing sweet eye. It's it's close. Okay, no. Well, this is really going to be a struggle. Ladies, here's a tip that's going to help us get our flirt game up. Researchers say that most effective expressions of flirting involves a head that's turned to one side. Okay. Okay. Slightly tilted downwards. Wait. Okay. All right. A slight smile and eye contact. Absolutely not. Okay, so much for fixing my life. But I'm here for it, right? Coming up, we're going to chat with none other than Karamo. When I tell you, not only is he my favorite, but he's my mama's favorite. And at the drop of a dime, if you had to pick a favorite between he and I, between my mama, I know that she would trade me in for him. I get it. And I can't even say that I'm mad at her, but I got him in the hot seat and on the tan line, and I don't want you to miss it either. So make sure that you're subscribing the LaTangela Show podcast. And you can always catch us every weekend. Sunday is going to be a repeat of the LaTangela Show podcast on WEMX, 10:30 a.m. You can always catch it at WEMX, WAFB Plus, and iTunes, Spotify, bootleg it if you need to. If you would like to be a guest on the show, all you have to do is submit your information at latangela.com. Keep it locked right where you have it.
Hey, hey.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, sunshine. How are you?
Go. I'm good. That brooch is cute.
Listen, I did this for you today. I always wear my brooches, but boy, let me tell you, when I saw you rocking your brooches on TV, I said, there's absolutely no way I can do this interview with him today. And my mama say, now you see, he always gets it right with his brooches. I told you, every outfit is complete with the brooch. You know, it does my heart well to have you in the hot seat and on the tan line today. I got to get this fangirl moment out the way. Not just for myself, but for my mama. Because we watch you
Okay, mama.
Good morning.
What's your mama name? What's your mama name?
Rhonda Faye.
Miss Rhonda Faye, thank you so much for the support. I love you. You've raised the most exceptional daughter. Beautiful, talented. I mean, come on. Like the family, them genes are gening, okay?
I am so proud of you. You know, you're doing this with style and the dose of grace that's needed. You have so many families that are coming across your stage and you handle it with such care. When people's real lives become our entertainment, you don't let that get lost in the smoke. How did you know that you wanted to sit on the couch and be able to help these people navigate through some of the most troublesome times? And I put that in the filter, troublesome times.
Yeah,
as a part of your day to day.
Well, because you know what? As growing up, like I went through a lot and I felt alone majority of the time. Like, you know, my father was abusive to my mother. Like I grew up in a household where, you know, he beat her up all the time, where you know, like we were poor, we didn't have as much money, we were moving all the time. You know, there was drug addiction. There was just like, you know, then when I told everybody I was gay, I was isolated, I was abused. I mean, there was just so much going on that I don't want anybody else to feel like this. I want people to understand that they can have the lives that they deserve, because what I didn't allow was those moments to stop me. You know,
Right.
there was a discernment that I got put on me, and I don't know why or where, but it was like, you know what, you can make it through this. You can make it through. Will make it through, and I understand now why. And it was because so that I could have this show where people can sit in front of me. And as you said, even though they're coming on here and this is TV and this is supposed to be entertainment, I don't get lost, and this is your real life. This is your
Yeah.
real story, and I'm never going to ever allow somebody. We had a woman that was on the other day, and you know, we were talking about a relationship, and I realized that the man that she was with was emotionally and mentally abusive. And I
Mm.
probably physically. And I stopped the show and I said, this is not a game to me. Because at the end of the day, we
Mm.
can all sit here and watch you for 45 minutes, but you got to still go home with this man. And I need you
Right.
to understand that you don't deserve to be with this man, because same way I was told my mother for many years, you don't deserve to be my father. I'm going to tell you the same thing. And those are the moments where I'm like, oh, okay, I got it now, guy. I got it. I
Yeah.
understand what we was
Yeah.
doing. I understand. And so I feel so thankful to be in this position, because, you know, I'm happy to be here. And if I can be really transparent with you,
Yeah, absolutely.
I've loved daytime TV my entire life, but sometimes they have taken the stories of Black people and exploited them and made us seem like we ain't had no sense,
Not a
or
tap.
as if we listen, not. And so I said, I'm not going to do that. You know, I don't care what your economic status is. I don't care what your education status is. You are still a human being. You are also still Black. And I'm going to
Right.
show you the utmost respect and fairness, and
Right.
make sure you walk away better than I found you. And so,
Absolutely.
yeah, it's been a priority. And I love that it's resonating with people.
And it shows, it goes
Thank
without
you.
saying, but hearing you say it makes even more sense. And I love it.
Yes,
And that's
yes.
why I really
Yeah.
enjoy doing these interviews, to get the story behind the story, but the inspiration and the vision from the visionaries. And I'm
Amen.
sorry to hear that you went through all of that just to get to this level of transparency for others to be able to heal. When they
Yeah.
say God never gives us more than we can bear, and surely we can't be taking these beatings just for self. That's compassion for you,
Uh-huh.
not to let it just die there, but to help others,
I
and
appreciate
just
that. Thank you.
daily continue finding that healing and help us heal
Thank you.
through it, because you are an
Okay.
inspiration.
I
Absolutely.
appreciate that. Thank
And,
you
and
for
you
your
know what else I
words.
need you to do
Oh,
for me, though?
hold on.
This is
Can you
something
come over here so we can go get some food and be best friends? I love your energy. You are everything to
we
me.
already family. I don't know if you know it or
Okay,
not,
we
but you
already
got to
found it.
come
I
to
know now.
Louisiana. I got you on the
Oh,
crawfish, the beignets, and we're going to take it. We're going to have to walk it off,
done.
but that's okay. We'll dance it
Done.
off.
Dance it
We'll
off. I'm down.
dance-
I'm down. I'm down.
for this next season, I know that there's some level of elevation, right? Was there
Uh-huh.
anything that caught you off guard? Like, they're sitting here on the couch like everybody else past couple of seasons, and they've had some heavy hitters come through there that just left me like, one, who would get on TV and say that? Not saying that
Yes.
they shouldn't, but who? Because
But
I'm like,
who?
you are really stressing and looking for freedom somewhere. But what this
Yes.
season has brought to you, what has caught you like, are you sure we're about to air this?
Okay. Well, I think most of the time what it is like, because we unlock phones on my show. And the
Yeah,
reason
you
I
do.
unlock phones, yeah, okay, and the reason
Back
I
up.
came up with that idea, okay, you ain't got nothing on your phone. I
I
can
don't.
tell.
And that's
I
the
can tell you
problem. I
like
don't even know
me.
why I pay this
That's
little
the
rent in this
problem. I
phone
don't
bill.
have. I tell people that all the time. I'm like, I leave my phone around all the time because I ain't got nothing on it. I ain't got nothing on it. I don't know if it's because of age. I'm 43, about to be 44. Like, I just don't keep stuff on my phone like that. So you look through it. But I came up with the segment of unlocking the phones because I realized we're in a time where, like, most people, everything they say and really feel is on this. And I was like,
Absolutely.
if you want true transparency to understand where your relationship is or where it could be going or what has damaged it, let's look through this phone. And what gets me the most is when I have somebody sitting in front of me, some trifling ass person, and I'm sitting there like, you know that I have an FBI agent on my staff, a former FBI agent who unlocks these phones. This ain't like
I'm the smartest
somebody
person in the
going
room. I erased that.
exactly
I
why are you
deleted the
still on
app.
here
Ain't nothing
lying?
there. Ain't nothing there, Karamo. Ain't
Exactly. I'm
nothing
like,
there.
why are
Check
you
it.
still lying? You know, I literally, I say every episode, we can go back as 5 years to things you deleted. So most people might not know that. On your iPhone, if you deleted something, it stays on your phone and in the cloud for 5 to 5 years.
Look at you giving
So
up the
you
game.
thought,
Okay.
but I give it up because I'm like, do better. And so people will come and sit on my couch, and I'm like, they're like, ain't nothing on there. And I'm like, are you sure?
You sure you want us to do this?
You sure want us to do this? And then it'd be like 4,000 photos came up, or you sending nasty whatever to so and so, and I'm like, what's wrong with you? And then I'm gonna print them and show them to your partner because that's the messy side of me. Now that is the messy side.
That you don't show them on TV, but I was like, yeah, FCC would probably frown upon it.
Yeah, I don't ever show them on TV. Okay, I do. I mean, like, but I'm always like, that was in there. I literally, you told me you watched the episode right before this, and I'm like, you saw I just told the person, and so that's the thing that surprises me. But I appreciate it because their lack of intelligence allows me to help somebody to see the truth of what their relationship is. And to say like, okay, you see what he's doing. So like, or you see what she's doing, make a better choice for yourself because you deserve better. And that's like always where it goes to.
Yeah. Now, does this ever make it hard for you to get the invites to the cookouts? Because I mean, there's almost like this. He can't sit with us right now. He can't sit with us right now.
It makes it easier. It make it easier because what happened is always, so we was at an event the other day, and this is like 2 weeks ago, and literally my homeboy was like, I think my girl's doing something. And he was like, I was like, okay. And he was like, can you like just ask her a couple of questions? And so people always want me to be there because they know I can on the slide. Like, I mean, I have the training. I can start asking you questions to find out the truth.
You do, so, but I mean, look here, little human detector. Whoa. Why are you checking my pulse? Back up, Karamo. Don't shake your hand.
Listen, if you needed me, you gonna call me. Trust me, you gonna call me.
Listen, I don't even want them unless you size them up and send them to me first, because I already know you got the fingerprint, the blood sample, the phone records for the past 5-10 years. I need all everything. Because you know what? And here's the thing too. For me in the next season, because I got questions that need answers. As a single woman out here in these streets, it's hard. So I want you to ask one simple question when they sit down. Ask them to define single, because clearly I got the game twisted. So if you could just help me with the basics. Help me with the basics.
And I'm gonna thank you. That is something that I find all the time. I'm like, people don't understand that a definition in a relationship is so important. And they get to this relationship. First of all, people don't know what the definition of love is. They don't know what the definition of single is. And so I always tell people, the thing you think is most obvious is the thing that's not most obvious in a relationship. So you need to find the definition. And so I'm like, you better define it. Like, if it comes up to you, like, what does it mean to you about like us going half and half? That sounds simple. But to you, half and half may mean different to me, because me means I pay half of just the food, but you pay everything else. And so like you gotta be clear in these definitions. And so I tell people, like, stop assuming, because that assuming is not only making an ass out of you, it's destroying your self-esteem and how you feel about yourself in these relationships. So define it. So you're right. You gotta define what single is, because some of these people out here be like, I'm single, but they talking to 17 people. No, you're not single. You're no. We're talking to 17 people.
We're going together. Exactly.
Okay.
And you need to know it. I mean, I know it, but do you know?
Do you know it? Do you know
God,
it?
You
exactly.
Know what? This has done my heart well. All I can tell you, syndicated daytime host, my favorite. My cousin on ATV and them side. Karamo, you are here. Now, Baton Rouge, you'll be back Monday, September 16th, CW21 weekdays, bright and early, 7 a.m., because I get off my Peloton and come straight in there to watch, see what you got going on. I do. I get my first 5 miles in and come check on you. And I'll be like,
I appreciate it.
That's why I'm by myself right now. You to remind me. And then we have CW38 at noon in New Orleans. So we got to get you to come and visit us ASAP.
Listen, I love New Orleans. That's one of my favorite places. Like, I lived there all 2021. We lived there. I lived there for about 6 months, and that was the best time.
No, okay. Well, see, now we know. Circle back.
Yeah, and I'm from Texas, so I got family out there in New Orleans and Baton Rouge.
Well, that's what's up.
Yeah.
And anytime you have anything going on, I want you to feel free to jump in the hot seat and on the tan line. I know you've got more work to do, so I'm gonna let you chase the sun or let the sun chase you. But either way, get after it. I love you and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
Listen, I love you. You are exceptional. You are exceptional.
Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh. You have just made my entire day. I just want to let you know you just filled me with so much energy.
You did the same for me. I promise. Yes. You're right on time. Yes. I'm proud of you. And I'll see you later.
When we get your daytime talk show, who we need to call?
Whenever you produce it, let's go.
Listen, give me 4 more seasons Give me 3-4 more seasons to get this, and I'm about to hit on that Oprah. You first, I'm calling, Ted.
Let's do
first.
it. I'm here with you. And as a matter of fact, you my agent. They ain't talking to me until you talk to them with the fingerprint, blood sample, 5 years of all this. I need the Karamo check you out first. What you talking to me
for? Amazing.
I'll see you soon. Thank you so much.
All right, you too. Bye, love.
Bye-bye.